Alright, hello guys and welcome to my channel once again. My name is Harry Tigansajingina and my channel is Experienced Africans. Today, what a good news for Ghanaians and South Africans. Precisely, South Africa has announced a visa waiver in between them and Ghana, and this will take effect from the 1st of November 2023. First of all, what is visa waiver and how and who can use visa waiver? Now, visa waiver is an agreement between two countries, for example Ghana and South Africa, allowing their citizens with ordinary passport to travel and do business and trade and tourism for a period of between 30 to 90 days. It means you can travel across borders without having to be stressed or without thinking of not having a visa. Most African content creators have been promoting the issue of not having borders within Africa. We should be allowed to travel from one country to another just to explore and enjoy our continent. What does it mean for a foreigner traveling to Africa and doesn't require a visa? Somebody outside or outside of Africa entirely coming into Africa doesn't need a visa.
It's so expensive to travel within Africa.
Terrible.
Why is it so?
Because we don't travel. If you don't travel, then the businessmen want to make money. So one of the things that we must do, we must have Africans traveling within Africa.
But even though we love to travel, but there are so many visa restrictions.
That is what we must eliminate. No more visas. I want to travel from Dakar in Senegal as if I was traveling within Dakar to Nairobi, no visas.
But for an African indigene traveling from one country to another, you need a visa. So South Africa has taken a very good move in their negotiations with their counterpart Ghana. East Africa is already practicing that as much as West Africa is also practicing that. We are yet to see that the whole of Africa embraces this kind of movement where people can travel within Africa without needing to have a visa. But nonetheless, it definitely would have its pros and exactly have its own cons. What are the pros that you should expect? There is going to be a lot of movement of people across borders. If not properly checked, it could bring in some negative impact, and the motive behind it would definitely be for good trade, for opening up borders for people to interact. But like I said, some people can hijack this kind of process and start to do some illegal things. But we always talk about the good side on my channel first, and the bad side on my channel first, before we talk about the good side. What good does it mean for Ghanaians and also for South Africans? It means they could easily travel across borders. They can take their trade from here to there. They can share their cultures. They can share a lot of things in common, and people can enjoy the tourism that abounds in South Africa and also the history that abounds in Ghana. A lot of people want to visit Ghana because of called the Gate of No Return, which they do have. A lot of history of Africans is found in Ghana. The economy is thriving as at this moment. So also South Africa has a lot of tourism, has a lot of mining history also. So a lot of people want to go in between these two countries, and not only these two countries, we should be free and allowed to travel within Africa, because it's going to bring a lot for us that we can achieve as a people. Africans need to be united. We need to travel just like in Europe. Once you are a European, you can travel across borders by train. You can leave one country to the other today and arrive back the next evening. You can cross across all European countries. But why does it have to be different when it comes to the African soil? So kudos to South Africa for taking up this plunge, and also to Kenyan government, who have been trying to see that Africans and all black descents, in fact all mankind, because the oldest skeleton of humans were found in Kenya. William Ruto is trying his best to make sure that Kenya also welcomes all black people to Kenya without a visa. without, I said, a visa. So it's a good one, and I hope that we get to see that day come to pass. Thank you so much for watching. If you have an honest opinion or you have a different opinion about this issue of visa waiver coming between South Africa and and Ghana, or you have a different opinion about Kenya allowing for people to come back to Kenya who are either migrants or descendants of those who left the African shores during the colonial masters as slaves and other things, to return back home. What does it mean for somebody who is a citizen or who is a child in a family that wants to return back to his homeland and then he needs a visa to come back home? This thing is too small, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it. But it says visa waiver agreement between Ghana and South Africa for ordinary visa passport holders. So this is the waiver. It says Accra, 13th of October 2023. Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration wishes to inform the general public that the Republic of Ghana and the Republic of South Africa have entered into an agreement on visa waiver regime for holders of ordinary passports. So it means you can just book your ticket and fly into the other country. You get your visa, I think, on arrival without you applying for a visa. So the agreement takes effect from 1st November 2023. Travelers may transit through, depart from, and stay in the territories of both countries for a consecutive period of up to 90 days without resource to work. Now, this is one of the most important parts of this agreement that people should take note of. They're talking of you flying into the country, staying for a period of 90 days. They're not talking about you relocating to work in those countries. So just make sure that if you're going there, you're actually going there on a visit or to do something, but you're not relocating. You're going there for a period of 90 days for tourism, for work, 60 to 90 days work, not resorting to work. Sorry, you're going there for a period of 90 days either on business or on tourism, but not going there to work. So it's not a work permit, it's just a tourist visa permit for a period of 90 days. You can travel within such countries. They want to build their trade across borders. So the travelers, you say the traveling public is hereby advised to take note of this development. To all media houses, this is the document from the South African government. I also have the document coming from South African High Commission in Ghana. I said the High Commission of the Republic of South Africa has the honor to inform the Republic of Ghana that both governments agreed to implement the waiver for visa exemption for ordinary passport holders for a cumulative period of 90 days per annum with effect from 1st November 2023. Should the 90 days be exhausted within 12 months period, ordinary passport holders are required to apply for a visa to enter the Republic of South Africa. So if you're going to exceed, then you have to apply for a visa. But for the 90 days, you don't have to apply for any visa. You have authority and power to stay in South Africa or to stay in Ghana within that period. So this dated was 13th October. I got this document yesterday, 14th, and I had to make this video for you today. So take note, it's not a resident permit. This is a travel permit for citizens of both countries to move within the two countries and make trade and make businesses, enjoy the tourism, enjoy everything that these two countries have to offer, but not a permanent resident permit. Don't misuse the opportunity, because you might be stopping your children and your children's children from traveling across the borders tomorrow. Thank you. See you then. I want to read your comment and your opinions about what you think on this in the comment below. Thank you and see you next time. God bless you. I remain Harry Tigansa Jingida for Experience Africans.